Hey, Mortgage Coach community, Dave Savage here, and today as my guest, I have Mr. Andy Tuttle. What's up, Andy?
What's up, Dave?
Hey, it's always good to create content with you. You're an amazing mortgage coach leader. Thanks for all the, gosh, how many total cost analysis you think you've created now?
Well, if you take your early permutations of this tool you use, it's thousands for sure.
Yeah, it's thousands. Definitely in the thousand club. Thanks for all the value you bring to the community. So for anybody who doesn't know you, tell us a little bit about what market you're in, a little bit about your production, and then let's get into what makes you, what you're doing in today's market that's special.
Cool. So I'm Andy Tuttle with the Tuttle Group over at Fairway Mortgage. We're in the Dallas-Fort Worth market. Last year we did 222 units for 56 million and some change, and this year we're at 15 million, and we're looking to really step it up. We've got a big month this month. It'll be over 10 million for sure.
Good, good. And what's your goal for the year?
Well, there's a couple of different goals that we have, but frankly, for my production personally, I want to do 60 million, and then I'm trying to grow the branch. And we want to do 200 million as a branch. We're hiring on some new LOs. That's where my focus has really changed.
Got it. So you're doing team, personal production, and growing a branch. So obviously you're managing a lot of different things. Well, let's get into it. How are you using Mortgage Coach today to crush it in the marketplace? Or how are you and your team using Mortgage Coach most often right now?
Frankly, we do, I think, what everybody does, right? I think that's the beauty of Mortgage Coach, man, is it's like it's very tactical. So there's a few analysis you should use every time. So obviously the total cost analysis is the hub, but we use it for the home shopping sampler. Every single client, when they get a pre-approval from us, gets a home shopping sampler, which, if you don't know, shows the different price, like a few different price points. So we'll do their budget amount. Like if they want a $1,500 budget, well, we're going to show them a purchase price with their down payment at a $1,500 budget. But if they're qualified for $300,000, we're also going to show them that, and then a couple of scenarios in between. So we use that so they have a range. We use the move-up analysis more as a marketing tool, right? We use that move-up analysis and the cost of waiting analysis. And we actually use that more with our realtors. We send that out to them. They send it to their sellers. And then if their sellers want a customized one done, we'll create that for them.
Love it. So if you could forward me a couple total cost analysis that we could put in the description below. You're probably watching this. You're watching this on YouTube. You can click the like button if you like it. If you like what you get from Andy here over the next few minutes, let us know. Like it, and then share it with your mortgage friends. And if you're a leader, share it with your team. So, and we'll put those links in the description of the YouTube video below. So I remember when I can't remember when it was, but I had you on a training call probably a month or two ago. And I remember I asked you a question: how do you get the family and the agent to download the Mortgage Coach app? And I just remember it was a better answer than I get from most. So if you wouldn't mind walking us through, how do you get every family to download your Mortgage Coach app? And if you want to answer it in two ways, borrower and realtor, or if it's the same, let us know.
Yeah, sure. So no, it is definitely tandem. So it's the borrower one's pretty easy. I usually just ask them, what are they using to calculate their payments on the fly? You know what I mean? Online. And a lot of them say Zillow, right? Or Trulia, they use a mortgage calculator, they Google. And although we have those too, we just frame it and say, well, look, the last thing we want you to do is get to the home you really want and then have a false number, make an offer on a property, get all excited. And then once you get back with us with the contract and you get the real numbers, you have to back out of the contract because it's just too much for you. So to prevent that from happening, we want to give you accurate numbers right up front, and you want to use this as a tool. And if I'm sitting in front of them or if we're on a go-to meeting, I say, hey, do you have your phone on you? You guys have a smartphone, Apple or Android? Awesome. Go to the App Store for me. And we just take literally 2 minutes and have them download it while I'm on the phone with them. And I say, when I send you this link, just click that link and it'll pull up in your phone automatically now. And you'll have real numbers that you can go and make an offer on and shop with confidence. So that's the borrower. Did I answer that clearly?
Yeah, you did. And again, I asked Jay Crowell that question, and he also started off with a question, and then he drives the experience. By the way, what percentage of your borrowers that you're serving do you think download your app so that they can get your advice via mobile?
I would say about 30 to 40% of the borrowers, but about 80% of the realtors.
Looking forward to the realtor script.
Yes, this is where really the magic is. So it's kind of a reverse version. But do you remember Carfax? They tried to go to the auto dealers first and have them pay for their service, and the auto dealers wouldn't do it. And so they said, all right, well, we're going to force this on you. And they went to the consumers and basically made it such a need that then now the auto dealership industry, they have to use it, right? Or they are seen uncredible. So what I do is a similar version, but I do it with the realtors. And I just say, I really make this a tool they feel like not only do they have to use for their borrowers, but then when I talk to the borrowers, if they're working with someone that's not my agent, I just kind of make that agent a little discredited if they don't have a tool like this that can help their clients when they're out there shopping for a home. And so the script with the realtor is pretty simple, man. It's just when I'm talking with them, whether every time, at every meeting, at the first meeting, and then during our periodic partnership planning meetings, I just remind them about the mortgage coach, and I say, hey, remember, guys, do you ever get out there with clients and they're shopping for the home and you think you found the perfect home for them, and then they give you I want to think about it, and you ask them what they want to think about, and then they go into the numbers, right? And it's a smokescreen objection. Now, sometimes it's real, but a lot of times it's a smokescreen objection. And so what I angle is, this is a tool that if they're out there shopping for the home, one, you're going to make sure that you're going to pull this app up beforehand. You're going to look at this before you go show them homes, so you really know what their budget range is and where they really need to be. And then when you're out there, if you get one of those objections, you are going to be able to pull up the mobile app right there and say, well, it looks here that this is actually in the middle of your budget range, right? And so I ask them if they get those smokescreen objections, and then I say, would you feel that a tool that helps you eliminate those increase conversions for you? And they say, well, of course. I said, let's download the app right now, and every time you get the link from me that says your client's pre-approved, that email, make sure you click the link in that email because it has this analysis, and you need to have this and look at this before you ever go show someone a house.
Love it. So you're basically positioning it as though it's going to help you create urgency, it's going to help you create confidence, and at the end of the day, it's going to help you help the family make a more effective decision. And that's what it's all about. Effective decisions that deliver confidence. And let's face it, with the mobile app, we have it everywhere. And you can update it on the fly. So this has been awesome. I mean, I wanted to keep this really tight. It's been about 7 minutes, almost 8 minutes that we've been talking. And I want it to be about that mobile, how to get people to drive the mobile. And so the majority of your agents do download your app, and it sounds like they understand the way you deliver advice and they like it. Is that fair enough to say? What percentage of the agents are really getting that app and integrating you into their process?
I would say, again, about 80% download the app, and right now we probably have about 50% of our agents that use it on a regular basis, and we are starting to increase that now. I'm actually working on getting some testimonials from my agents so I can do on my weekly video a little marketing piece about this again to my other agents to remind them how this helps them, because you're right. At the end of the day, we want to help clients get out of their own way, make a decision that's right for them. We don't want to push people on things they shouldn't see. But the problem is, if you get someone in too expensive of a home, they kind of are drawn to that home, and we want to keep that down. We don't want to show someone champagne if they got a beer budget, right? We want to make sure we cut that off at the pass, and then the agent is empowered, if they do find that home, that they have some good tools to help close that client so that they can make a decision in this market, move forward, and get their house.
Love it. Well, hey, Andy, thanks for making time. I know you're super busy. Again, if you're watching this video and if you like it and you got a takeaway, let us know. Like it below. Share it with your mortgage friends. Share it with your team. And hopefully we get more success stories like this. Thanks a lot, my friend.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Appreciate you. Take care.